was racing in Gloucester, Stroud. It was the best ride of my whole racing career thing. I went out for qualifying and halfway around the second lap, I can't really remember much, but apparently I went over the handlebars. And then the next bit I remember is I woke up on the floor and I couldn't feel my legs, I felt numb. It was because I broke my back in 3 places and damaged my spinal cord in the process.
He's so positive, I can't imagine what it must feel like for him, but he was positive from day one.
Being told you're never going to walk again is quite hard to take when I was quite, so fit that I was always running and in the gym. I'm definitely determined. I want to prove him wrong. Any young bloke would.
He would get back on a bike tomorrow if he could.
In this situation, you've got to be as positive as you can.
I was attending the Whitchurch Royal British Legion Drumhead service last year, and halfway through the service a woman just shouted, "We need a first aider over here." At that point I threw my jacket on the floor, ran over to see that the gentleman was locked in his van with the doors locked, having a full-on heart attack. I managed to get his attention because he was drifting in and out. Managed to get his attention and he managed to reach up and press the unlock button for his van. And at that point I jumped straight in the van.
It was quite upsetting, the guy was in quite a lot of pain, but he just took it all in his stride. He just got in there and was ordering people to call the ambulance, and was sat in the van by the guy, looked across and Max had his hand on him, obviously checking his pulse and stuff.
It would have worsened, no doubt about it. It would have worsened, and he would have been in either a even more worse way, or he could have passed on.
As I was passing the weir, a couple of people standing there pointed out that there was a dog in the weir. I went to look at that and started to think how I might get the dog out, and then it was pointed out that there was actually a lady going underwater in the weir, and I eventually saw this lady being sucked underwater by the current, and decided I needed to do something about it. So I jumped in to try and find her. She was underwater at that time, and after a little while managed to feel around and then reach down underwater about the level of my hip. I was sort of treading water at that time, and luckily my hand went down in between her neck and her collar, and I was able to pull her up from underwater to the level of my shoulder, and eventually managed to get somebody to throw a life ring in, and we were towed to the side of the water, at which point unfortunately we couldn't get out because of the height from the water. And eventually the fire brigade came and then got the lady out and managed to resuscitate her and take her to hospital. It's just something you have to do, really. There was no question of not doing it. Had I not done that, who knows really, it's a horrible thought.